Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's expression is a little bit complicated. We even got a comma in there. Apparently, this is not just a phrase, it becomes like a sentence making structure. Basically, you either say 公主 or 王子, and then 请 cha cha, like blank. So it's a way to address Gen Z in China, I guess. I'm not sure how serious Gen Z are about it, but apparently, some little girl asked her dad, who came to pick up her from school, to say 公主, which is to address her like Your Highness. Please get into the car, something like that. Okay, can you imagine that the daughter would request the dad to say so? Otherwise, she will refuse to get into the car. The end of the story is the dad think it's ridiculous and dropped the girl, just drove away. Good job, dad. Okay, anyways, 公主王子请 blank blank is the new expression that the younger people who are, of course, one child policy result and who like to be spoiled probably already have been, and even more like I guess relatable to 公主王子, which is Chinese royalty address of prince, princess, and prince. Imagine you address everyday people as princess or prince. So apparently this intentional illusion to at least verbally imagine themselves in that role. There's a role play bleed into everyday play as this incident between father and the daughter dynamic probably was a thing. I'm not sure how big a thing it is. I personally never heard or used when I was there. Okay, 公主, it's princess. Before I prepared an episode, never thought about why 公主, because of the two characters. If you see royal, host, doesn't make sense. Why is princess? This royal character actually also means male. And male host, why a turn out to princess? According to scholars, the historical connection there is for the princess to marry off. The royalty, the 宫, because it's also ancient times hierarchy of society, that 公男侯子爵. So there's a whole British hierarchical structure of assign you to a certain social rank, right? And then this whole royalty thing, I don't even know. But in Chinese, we had that too. I guess any people in power in the past, they tried to pin people down. So social mobility was only a contemporary thing. And then this 公主, this 公 was the Chinese old times, I guess pretty high rank, royalty related, high level thing, had high level highness sort of. And then when they are the host of a wedding, that means the status of the bride is quite high, and that's inferred as that's the princess, basically the emperor's daughter you're marrying off. Okay, so 公. Okay, this thing means separation, and we have this question mark upside down. It's a Chinese way to say that's a private thing. I'm not sure that symbolizes a key, because if you hold a key to something, that means possessive ownership, private. Or it's almost like a circling. That means this is the boundary, this is yours. In any case, that upside down question mark is a Chinese way to say this is private property. And this top separation thing actually is a Chinese way to mean it's a negation. There are several ways for Chinese to negate things. This opposing, like a mirror image of something, is we also have like a fei, it's like directly negate. But this is a simplified hyperbola, I guess, to show as a negate of the private ownership. That means it's public. And this character means public, also means male, and also means the ancient royalty, highest rank below the emperor. So it's multitudes of things. And 主 is a candle holder. So I guess in ancient caveman residence era, you have to follow whoever holds the candle to go anywhere in the cave, right? Suppose it's dark, and that become the leader image. So 公主, this 主 besides the leader also means you're hosting some event. You're the leader of that event, basically. You're the MC. Everybody follow your direction of progression of things. So 公主 means the royalty is hosting this wedding, royalty wedding, inferred as princess. Okay, 王子 is easier to understand. Wang is a king, and Chinese use king of symbolic staff thing. So 3 horizontal lines. The last one is ground level. It symbolizes the ground. And the top 2 level, so this vertical line is the staff. And the top 2 probably is symbolized, there is a proportion on the staff where it's decorated with some message or symbols on it to show only the royalty have this thing. And the staff become a symbol of the royalty itself or the king itself. So that's Chinese king. And 子 is simply the sun image, which is big-headed baby with arms reach up, picking up position, and only a torso. The legs are not pronounced yet. So it's a baby, like an infant, and eventually become the sun. And 王子, king's son, prince, very logical translation. Okay, 请, we have, this is 请, okay, in English, when we say please, this please character also implies you're trying to appeal to somebody. And that's how you can lure somebody to follow your direction or suggestion, recommendation. So Chinese have a kind of a similar tone in the Chinese character. The left side means speaking. Came across this character multiple times. To save time, I'm not going into it, but we involved a mouth, a tongue, and then the heaven and earth. So somebody is speaking. And then the right side is the color of life. We just talked about it yesterday, which is the life on the top and the color, the pigment, the earth opening mining effort at the bottom. So pigment of life. Combined together means you are bringing this life, this color of life to talk to your speech. So when you try to convince somebody, you're going to bring life to your speech, so to speak. So when you have that capacity, that intention behind your speaking, I mean, actually, I guess all of us speaking, for the most part, like a function, when we communicate, when we get a message across, we got to put some livelihood, not livelihood, but vitality into our speaking, right? Try to bring reason, sense, or ideas, meaning to our message. And so that's Chinese, how we coin the concept of qi. It's the color of life type of speaking. Okay, so 公子王子, 公主王子 or 王子请 blank blank is the way to start with your highness, please do something, right? And this courteous way of expression, of course, is exaggerating because in China, we don't really have 公主王子 anywhere anymore. And then this is said, can be traced back to Roman holiday. That was a line in that holiday because she in a movie is the royalty. And that line must came from the character, the temporary boyfriend over there, the romance love story. So by the way, Chinese know this Roman holiday very well. It's one of the most, I guess, better known back then in the black white movie era. That's one of the better known movies from the West imported into China. So there you go. 公主王子请 blah blah. Right. Thank you for your time. See you next.